Evening all. Just a short video on my thoughts on today's news. It's a shame Doctor Who has been put on hold, but I'm not surprised because I heard so many rumours and stories, plus the lack of information from Russell T Davies, the lack of information from the BBC. I mean, by now they would have been hinting, pre-production would have started, but there was nothing, not a click, not a tick. I bumped into Rusty Davis in April at Manchester Piccadilly Station, and I said to him, "Well done on Who," which I didn't mean, as in the last few years I wasn't too happy with all of it. But I also said to him, "Oh, not long till Christmas," and he says, "We'll see." Now that surprised me because I thought, odd. Why would he just say "we'll see"? Well, you're not hint like yeah, it's going to be great, or wait and see, and something will be happening soon, or announcement something. But it was just we'll see, and that was it. Not exactly a hopeful response from him. Anyway, and also I found out recently, I didn't realise this because I don't buy the magazine. He stopped writing his Doctor Who production notes in Doctor Who magazine. I thought that's strange because of course he always would be hinting, like say in the Christmas special, certain words, this word or that person will say this, something like that. But there was no hints in that. And why wait a year to say no more Who for now? I mean, it survived cancellation before. I mean, I'm at the age where I remember the first one, 1985, when it was announced on BBC News. I was upset about that. What was I? That time it was March 85, so I was 16. I've been quite upset by that. And then, of course, Fan Outcry made them change their mind, and it came back with the change season 23 Trial of a Time Lord. It carried on until 1989 when it just faded away from the BBC. But then fans kept it alive. Big Finish came. The movie happened, which then didn't take off for series. So, and then 2005, and Russell brought it back, and it became a roaring success. But to me, it started to decline from Matt Smith's era. I like Matt Smith's era, but you heard some silly stories. Again, I found Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat can't always finish story arcs, or I don't, for me, not satisfied enough. Like the Pandora Opens, I thought was a very good story, and the Big Bang was like, nah, just sort of a wet blanket, fizzled out in the end. Again, look, questions I've answered. Then Peter Capaldi came in. It was okay, but then it was silly stories. Some silly stories, and then him going blind was a bit daft because if the Doctor can heal people like the 11th Doctor did with Rivers Wrist and regeneration energy, why couldn't he cure his blindness and that? And then when Jodie came in, I was not a fan of her era or herself. Again, not as an actor, but as the role of the Doctor, I thought she wasn't good. But then when she made her cameo last year in the Reality War, I thought she was much better. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. What will happen now? Well, they said they could put it out to tender. They will find a new provider. Who that will be, I don't know. And what will the BBC want from it? What will the new provider want in return? Just want someone who understands the programme, knows what people really like. Good old-fashioned adventures, as I call it. As I said, Doctor lands, fights aliens, monsters, saves the day, and off him and his companion go another adventure, and the TARDIS being unreliable. Another little thing I wouldn't mind is the TARDIS to go back to looking like a real police box. Sort of like the Cushing type one, because the BBC own the rights to the police box, so they can easily build it like a Metropolitan police box, or even the one like the end of the classic years, the Tom Yardley Jones design, from season 18 to season. God, I should know this. What was it? 25, 25 Silver Limbs. Season 26, sorry, mine's gone blank. It's late. But that's my views. This is what I'd like to see in the future. Sorry it's come to this. But then I can remember the late John Nathan Turner producing the classic era, how a lot of fans hated him and loathed him and thought he destroyed the show. And yet nowadays, a lot of his stories are loved. There's so much love for the Fifth Doctor, Sixth Doctor, and the Seventh Doctor, when there wasn't so much way back then. Fans cosplay those Doctors. The Sixth Doctor's costume was loathed and hated. Thought it was terrible for the show. Yet there's fans that cosplay the Sixth Doctor in absolute perfect replicas. I myself wouldn't mind a coat if I could afford one. The Sixth Doctor's coat was like that. But I digress. Anyway, time will tell. It always does. Just have to wait and see. So thanks for putting up with this rambling, and I'll catch you soon. Next month we should have the new Cybermen figures and the first part of the collection Bill Yeti. Until then, just go forward in all your beliefs. Blah 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 blah. Bye.